Hey, welcome back to Melanie Loves Death Metal. I had no intentions of making a video today, but I actually got some time in my calendar because my boss is out sick today. So I actually have a lunch break today. I work with people who are like all over the country and up in Canada and stuff. So sometimes my calls bleed into like the lunchtime area because they're in different time zones and stuff. And so most days I just eat lunch at my desk while I'm working, and that's kind of annoying. But today I get a lunch break, so I'm going to use it to record a video. So anyway, before I get started to show you the new vinyl or the new records that I got into my collection, within the last couple of days, I wanted to do a shameless self promotion here. Some of you might not know, although I'd be really far pressed if you didn't know, I do have a new merch website up, and this is an Etsy store. Etsy was honestly like the best solution for me because they don't charge you insane fees or anything like that, and it was like kind of like a flat rate. And I use Etsy all the time. You don't have to have an account. You can log out as a guest, which is nice. It handles all of the shipping stuff. It handles all of the payments, and the payments is like several different payment types. Like it's not just one. A lot of the other like online sites require PayPal only, and like I just don't like that. Like I want people to have the option to use like Apple Pay and Android Pay and whatever else. So Etsy was like the perfect solution. And yeah, there are some places that um, opt to connect to Shop Pay, and obviously Shop Pay, a lot of people use that, but there's some other stuff around Shop Pay that I wasn't a huge fan of from previous stuff that I've sold in the past. So I just went with Etsy. It's easy. Is in the bio. I'll also put it in the comments. But yeah, I have a ton of shit for sale right now, and people have been buying stuff. 6 people have already bought stuff from me. So if you bought stuff, post it somewhere, tag me, or send me a message and show it to me what it looks like. I ordered a bunch of samples to show off in a video so you can see that it's real merch. But Mike Abominator from Ruin ordered a koozie, and I showed that off a while ago. So yeah, for a limited time, there is a hooded sweatshirt available and 2 crew necks available. And the reason for this is a really close friend of mine printed a bunch of items for me. They actually own like a printing shop here in Tampa, and we're really close friends. And she prints shirts for our dance team all the time. And she has a bunch of just like stuff like and it's like dead stock. Well, yeah, dead stock because it hasn't been used yet. It's like just a bunch of like shirts, sweatshirts, stuff like that. And so she offered to do a very limited run of printing. It's about 20 each of these sweatshirts, and then after that they're gone, done, never selling them again, super limited. And then after that, like, Marty's gonna be making shirts for me. I keep saying this for like 2 weeks now. I need to meet up with him and start doing that, figure out all that stuff. But that'll most likely be a pre-order at this point, I believe. And so yeah, but so these are totally limited time. As soon as they're sold out, like I said, limited to 20 each, several different sizes. Once they're gone, they'll be off the site for good. Some of them are varied in prices. Obviously, you guys know hooded sweatshirts are expensive. And in order for me to not be in debt, I unfortunately had to make them a little bit higher price than I would like to. Same with this. The reason why there's a difference in pricing here is that these are different styles of sweatshirts, different material and stuff like that. Garment dyed stuff is usually slightly more expensive. But I see 3 people have this in their cart right now. So all right, hopefully you pull the trigger soon. But no pressure. I don't expect anybody to do this, but some people have requested some sweatshirts. I live in Florida. I will never wear these, so I do have some of these coming my way, so I'll show them off on the channel. And if you guys like them, people actually continue to order them and stuff, then yeah, I'll talk to Marty about possibly printing these and having like a realistic stock in that I can have to just continue to sell. There's a gator pin here. I know you guys like pins. We've got the slim can koozie. We've got the regular koozies and the gator and my logo. We've got stickers, die cut stickers. We've got just a normal sticker. We've got the logo sticker. We've got a logo patch. And then we've got a magnet. The patching, I'm probably going to do one of these two, but I have to go through and see if I can mock it up correctly. Sometimes these dimensions are a little bit goofy. This is just for fun because I had the option to make it. Swampy Car air freshener. There's 3 different scents. Black ice, new car smell, and I can't remember what the other one was. You don't have to get that. I just thought it was funny. Gator mug. 3 people had this in their cart. So, and then the logo mug, and then I got shot glasses. I thought those are, just fun. A couple people have actually ordered some trucker hats for me. So these are like more embroidery. So these are embroidered hats, and then this is screen printed. So that's why they're different. Embroidery obviously is a little bit more money. There's a classic dad hat, and then there's a screen printed trucker hat. This was just funny. I picked these because I have a Shiba Inu who you guys know. Actually, is she behind me? She is. You can't see her, but she's in the chair back here sleeping. So there's some pet bandanas, a mouse pad, and then a bunch of goofy ass cell phone cases. They're all iPhone, pretty much go up to like iPhone 11 or something like that. A car shade, I made that specifically just for me. I ordered a sample of that, so I'll show it off. I don't expect anybody. And then just one plain, like, these are like cheap ass stickers, but yeah, they're not like die cut or anything like that. So yeah, that's my store. Link will be in the bio. Like I said, more stuff is coming. Official t-shirts that Marty's going to print for me will be there, and I'll always, I'll try to keep a stock in there. When the samples come in, I'm going to do giveaways with them. That's right. So that was the point of me ordering samples. Also, just to, show you, like, hey, yeah, there is actually physical merch here. I'm not like scamming anybody here. And like I said, I don't handle any of the shipping stuff. We ship worldwide. It ships worldwide, which is something that I was pretty happy about, but don't yell at me about the prices. Shipping to the US is annoying, and some of these things are printed in Canada, so it might be better because they're printed in Canada. I don't know, but I offered worldwide shipping because I know several of you are not in the United States. And you might want stuff like that. But again, I'm going to be doing giveaways with I bought like a bunch of like a bulk order of samples. So yeah, that's all that I had. That's all I had for that. Just shameless promotion. I promise you I will not be doing that all the time. But yeah, a lot of YouTubers have merch stores. It's taken me like 4 or 5 years now to finally just do it. And yeah, that's all. So anyway, I did get a couple of records in the mail yesterday, and these are 2 of them are hole fillers that I wanted in my collection. One's a brand new release. So we'll talk about the brand new release right now. This actually just came out this last Friday. One that I've been listening to digitally ever since they released the full album on YouTube, and then I also had the promo for it, and this is the new Blood Monolith album. Called The Calling of Fire. This is on Profound Lore. I know you're probably like, what is that if you've never heard this? So this is basically like a super group. It is members of Undeath and Nails, Ulthar, Genocide Pact, like pretty much, yeah. So for Nails, it's Shelby, if you're familiar with Nails, and then Tommy from Undeath. Nolan is from Genocide Pact. He's the bassist, and then the drummer wasn't Entrail Asphyxiation. That was the one that I was familiar with. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of like a super group. It looks like they're all based out of DC, and this is heavy as hell death grind. A lot of grindcore. Damn, the drumming on this is so goddamn good. It's so aggressive. It's so fast, and just, yeah, that grindcore snare that not like the super pingy, but like just a super fast grindcore. And then on top of death metal, it is a phenomenal release. I was a little bit iffy when I heard about it, and then I listened to the single, and I was hooked immediately. This just in your face destroys, and this has been by far one of my favorite releases to come out so far this year. I know it's only been out for a week, but like I said, I had the promo for several weeks before that, and I've been spinning it a lot. So yeah, here is the jacket. Definitely has like that grindcore flair to it in regards to design. You get a printed inner sheet here with some lyrics, and I was wondering who did the artwork for this because I really, really like it. I like how it's just, yeah. Mastered, design and layout by Shelby. Oh, Shelby. I think, did he also do the artwork? It doesn't say. I'm assuming he did. Very cool. It's cool when somebody from the band on here does it. I also have do pause it. It's yours. I don't need it. Like I said, I had the promo. I was able to download all that shit already. So there you go. Somebody now owns that digitally. And then I got the clear, smoky clear variant. There's also a classic black, but this was still available, so I grabbed it. Like that's super clear. Um, so yeah, sounds really good. Profound Lore does really good vinyl for record vinyl pressings, whatever you want to say. But yeah, this is so good. Again, I've been like really feeling the Pissgrave album, really feeling the Caustic Wound album, and now this one. Like that's three profound, well, and also Ancient Death. That's like four Profound Lore releases this year that has been taken over my daily listening, and I've just been super hooked on all those albums. So, and a lot of them are things that I knew I would probably enjoy, and they just so happen to be. You good? Both the dogs are in here today. Here, I'll show you them. So there's Miss Dolly on the chair, and then Duke is laying with her, next to her. So yeah. So yeah, you guys like the dogs, so keeping them in here cannot promise you that they won't fucking bark. So, god damn, my chair's all right, there we go. So yeah, check that out, link in the description. Awesome release. Like I said, it literally just came out. May 16th is when it came out, so good stuff. Definitely check that out, especially if you really like that just super in your face death grind, like just heavy as hell. It's so heavy, it's so good. So the next one is a hole filler. I saw that Burning Dogma still had this in stock on their Bandcamp, and I was shocked by that because I know that this has been sold out on Corpse Crystal for a while now. I used to have the cassette tape of this, and I don't know where it is, and I was annoyed. But since I just bought the demos, I figured, well, I will snag this since I saw Burning Dogma still had it on their Bandcamp. Obviously, Fleshgrind, their first album, Destined for Defilement, came out in 1997. Originally, I believe it was on Pulverizer Records. I love this album. This is like one of my all-time favorite brutal death metal albums. Never owned it on vinyl before. I've had a tape and CD. Don't know where the hell the tape is though, but I have a CD too. And yeah, I know Corpse Crystal and Burning Dogma did these reissues. Like I don't remember when it was. Was it last year or the year before? Does it say on here? It doesn't say on here. But yeah, it was a split release between them. Just a band out of Chicago. I don't think I need to talk to you guys about this. You guys all know, but since I just bought the demos on a vinyl record, I figured I would at least grab this since it was still available. But yeah, I still can't find that tape. Maybe I gave it away to somebody because I had it on CD. I'm guessing that's what I did. But I don't remember doing that, and unfortunately, that is a common case for me. So yeah, there's that, and then there was actually several color variants still available. I was surprised by that. So I snagged this one because, yeah, I like the blob in the middle and the red. You guys know red is my favorite color. Red's my favorite record color, so vinyl pressing, so I grabbed that. It looks awesome. So I actually spun this morning while I was getting some work done. I love this album. I might actually try to get the Seeds of Abysmal Torment as well. Pretty big fan of that album too. But yeah, one of my first like brutal death metal bands that I really ever fell in love with, and admittedly it's because they're from Chicago, so that's probably why I had a lot of exposure to them back then. So yeah, and if anybody has like the demos on cassette, that'd be awesome if you said, God damn, what is with these sleeves? That'd be awesome if you could hit me up and I would make an offer to you, because again, I would like those on cassette. And then finally, to end this video today, this is a no-brainer, but this actually went on sale on Bandcamp Friday, and it was super cheap, like $15, and the shipping was pretty cheap too, which is not very common for this label. But I finally got Winds of Creation on wax. I've had this one for quite a while now. Not Nihility. I actually bought a bunch of copies of this. I bought like every variant that they came out with, and I ended up selling some of them to a couple people. But yeah, I'm obsessed with these albums. So I finally snagged this one. Oh, and man, speaking of like all time favorite albums, this is just fucking cream of the crop, top tier, technical death metal here. First full length from Decapitated, as you guys know, it actually came out in 2000, which I thought it was a lot. I thought it was a little bit earlier than that, but yeah. Anyway, the first three, well, four, I guess you could say, Decapitated albums I really enjoy. After that, I can't do it anymore. I don't. I can't. I know a lot of people that I'm friends with are like that too. But I had to get this. I have it on CD, but I was not satisfied. So the fact that this was sold so cheap, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna grab it. So, I mean, it's earache, so the pressing quality is debatable here. But it comes in a printed inner sheet. I literally just got this yesterday, so I need to change out the sleeve and stuff like this. And then it's the obnoxious like yellow variant. I guess it kind of goes with the pressing because there's a little bit of yellow on the front of the album cover. And that's it. Like, very basic earache pressing. I mean, they sound good though, so I guess I can't complain too much. So yeah, I had to get that. But like I said, I've had the other one for forever, and then I've always had these on CD after they reissued them a year or two ago. But since this was so cheap, I just grabbed it. This was definitely an impulse buy, and I have not been doing that a lot lately, but I had to. This is just one of the best. This is one of my all-time favorite death metal albums, so this is a top 10 for me. So, and this picture is just classic. Look at that. Look at their long hair, man. Goddamn. They have really nice hair. Anyway, that's all I have today. I hope you guys are having a good... Is it Tuesday? Jesus Christ, this week feels like it's a year already. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Check out the video I posted last night or yesterday. Really enjoyed making that, and I've gotten a lot of good responses on it, so I hope you guys check it out. Check out the store. That's all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one.